Hi, everybody. Welcome back to Be Wild by April Lee. I am your host, April. I am going to try not moving around too much because when I do with the light behind me, it will kind of dim out. And I just wanted to get this video recorded real quick. I wanted to say Happy Easter to everybody. I know it's not a normal Easter, but I'm really hoping that you're doing your best to stay in touch with your family. Maybe do some video chatting. With the world of technology today, we have the ability to use Zoom or FaceTime or any other program out there, Skype, that will allow us to keep track of each other. And I'm sorry, I'm like really itchy. My allergies are bad. My whole body is itchy. So, utilize that technique and those techniques and stay in contact with your family. It's really important, especially the ones like me who don't live with anybody except for my fur baby. It tends to get a little lonely, and I don't think many of people realize that. So, I did a video chat with one of my ex-boyfriends back in Arizona yesterday morning, who I'm still very, very close to. I basically left our relationship and moved back home. Gosh, I'm so sorry. We had a good hour talk, and it was just so nice to be able to talk to him and see his face. I was making fun of his hair because he has very, very thin hair and it's long. And he's an older gentleman, and it was just like sticking out everywhere. And I was just making fun of him, because he had bedhead, and he works for Lyft. So obviously you probably already know that his job has been suffering big time. But thank you to the stimulus package, he is able to get the unemployment. So because he's not making as much. Like when this whole COVID hit, he made like $80 in just in like 5 or 6 days. And he's usually making at least triple that every day. Sometimes just double, but because he doesn't have his own car right now, he had a car accident and he couldn't afford to pay the deductible. He can't get into like delivering food and things. Like I have a friend out there in Phoenix who delivers food, and he's making quite a bit of money. Obviously, with people not wanting to go out, they're ordering food. So I just wanted to get on here and wish everybody a happy Easter and hope everything is going well. Nothing here is different for me. I woke up. I did watch via YouTube a church service at the church that I was born and raised in Nescapeg, Pennsylvania. So, and I believe, if I'm not mistaken, the preacher that is there right now is the pastor that's there right now is actually the same one that married my first husband and I. And now he wasn't there like this whole time, but I think he came back. So it was just really nice to hear and see a familiar face and be able to listen. I'm not into major religion. I have a belief of a higher power. I believe in a creator. I have 3 different faiths that I technically follow, and I know people sometimes don't understand how I can do that. I was born evangelical Lutheran, so pretty much Catholic. But growing up, that wasn't the only thing. As I became an adult, that I realized that that hit me and was something that I feel fits me as a person. Um, so, I follow what traditions I believe fits me as a person, and I feel that freedom of religion, that's exactly what that is. I have the right to choose what I want to do. Um, so, anyhow, I wanted to just get on here real quick and just say happy Easter. I hope you all are having a nice meal. I was going to go over to the store and grab some ham and some potatoes and things like that, but I did some work in my craft room last night, set up cleaned up my whole one side of the wall, found more yarn that I didn't realize that I had, set up my table that I had, my folding table that I had purchased for my craft table, as well as my sewing machine. Got my sewing machine out. And then this morning I went in there and I straightened it up a little bit more, pulled out all the yarn from the hanging things that are in my closet, just so I can get a good understanding of what yarn I have. And next I'm going to start putting, just going to slide some cardboard behind the yarn on my shelf so it doesn't fall behind, and then do some staple gun and staples onto the side of that so they don't fall out the sides as well. I'm not going to get boards at this time. It's an unnecessary purchase, and I just think that my money, of course, my electric bill and my gas bill is behind a bit. So I just wanted to make sure that, I just put it all towards that. I do have one finished object that I want to show you. I did finish my summer poncho. I don't know what Yolanda calls it, but this is from the All Crafts channel. And I do need to block it yet. I did shake it out like she suggested. And I did add rows to make it longer for me. But I'm not sure if I'm going to add the fringe yet. Right now I don't have fringe on it, but here's what it looks like. Oh, you know what? This window is going to really blow it out. I'll show this on another video. I'll wear it. But here, let me hold it up to myself and then let me point this down. So this is the colors of it. And I made it long. So, sorry, with the window in the background, and you try to do that. But I wear a lot of tank tops like I have on right now. And I don't care if what I call my bulge shows. If someone don't like it, they don't have to look at me. But to be respectful for like my family and stuff, if it bothers them, I want to make another one of those. I found some really, really pretty purple yarn that I can make one with, and it's got sparkly in it, and I think it would be really, really pretty. So I'm going to make one out of that. That was made out of the white band is Deborah Norville, the Everyday Collection, just in white. And then I used almost two full skeins or balls of, or cakes technically, of mandala ombre in the color Happy. And this is literally all I had left of that second ball. So each one of these has 344 yards, and I used almost two full cakes. But like I said, I made mine extra long. I think I put in it, sorry for the motorcycle behind me. My neighbor likes to fly down the road. Got itchy nose. In the bottom here, she does have where you can do some Oh, my brain's not functioning. Some shell stitching. So where you do like a row of a shell stitch and then two regular um, rows where you chain seven and then single crochet, chain seven, and then do another shell stitch, and then you would do that all the way around, and then you do two regular just rows, and then another shell stitch row, and then two more rows. So I did that 3 times. We really can't tell where the I mean, you can look if you look, but after that, I added an additional 3 rows, I think, on top of that. I think hers only called for 2 um, repeat rows of the shells, and then the 2 regular rows, and then another shell and 2 regular rows. But I added 1 shell and another 5 additional rows. So, like I said, I'm not sure if I'm doing um, the fringes on here or not yet. If I do, I'll have to dig into a third cake, which I have no problem doing. But so anyhow, and then I'm gonna bend down one more time and then it's gonna get dark, so just bear with me. While I was going through and finding, like going through my stuff, being that I did a lot of breast cancer awareness stuff in my 500 subscriber giveaway, I found this whip that I totally forgot I had, and it really, really needs to be blocked, so please forgive that. But this is a scarf that I started making that has the the ribbons for the breast cancer awareness. And it takes 2 full skeins and I'm using Deborah Norville in Everyday Soft Worsted Anti-Pilling. I love Deborah Norville Everyday Collection. I just love it. And I'm going to go ahead and just finish it. I have the pattern in there. I had the hook in there. So I'm just going to go ahead and start working on this. And I need to count my rows. I think I was off by a little row, so I might end up frogging some out. But I want to work on that too, so I can get that done. And I have one that is, I can't remember if this is a paid for pattern. It's by the Lavender Chair. I don't think it is. I think it's a free pattern, but it's called the Bunny Bum Flower Pot Crochet Pattern. And I started it last year. I have all the pieces made. I just have to put it together. I even have the flowers for it here. Like the greenery. But last year I got frustrated with it and it just didn't look right to me. I think I might still have to make the tail, but I have everything else made. So I just found it last night. So I'm going to finish that. Even though Easter is over, I'm going to finish it so I have it for next year. And that is that. I also wanted really quick, I get the Crochet Magazine and I also get Crochet World. This is my first edition of Crochet Magazine that I've gotten. And I wanted to share with everybody. Everybody knows Creative Grandma, right? She's one of my favorite people. She's a friend of mine. I classify her as a friend. She's a real sweet lady. I love her to death. So I can't show, of course, the pattern because it is a pattern here that is, in the magazine. But she has, let me just fold this up. She has a pattern on here that is called Wildflower. Trying to get that to... But anyhow, it's called Wildflower, and it says it's by Glenda Winkleman, designed by Glenda Winkleman. And then It's a dishcloth. So isn't that pretty? So that was actually right on page 8. So very close to the front. So I thought I'd share that with everybody. And like I said, the front of the Crochet Work magazine is this. So if you're looking to get that, you can certainly buy that, I'm sure, online through Crochet. That is the Spring 2020 magazine. So I'm going to end this video now. I do have other ones I do need to video. So I hope you all have a very happy Easter. If you had kids, I hope they were able to enjoy their Easter morning. I know my baby cousin had like 4 or 5 baskets full of stuff sitting on the couch waiting for her when she woke up this morning. And I know some of it's from my cousin, some of it's from her Uncle Jason, some of it's from her grandma, her Nana and Poppy, or Pop Pop and Grammy. And then I don't know if it was a friend or a family member on my cousin's other side of the family, came and did set up a little Easter egg hunt in the backyard for Adriana and put a big sign there for her, and then called and left a message or called them and let them know that it was out there. And Adriana just had a great time that, going around excited. My cousin says she kept saying how sweet and how sweet this lady was who did this for her. And my little baby cousin Adriana is just amazing. She is a truly magnificent little girl. I can't wait to see what she grows up to be. She won my heart from the moment that she was born, and I didn't even get to meet her until she was 4 years old. So yeah, I am going to end this video now, but I wanted to share that with you. I am going to do a few more videos and hopefully get them uploaded here with the new week coming. I'm going to try to work as much as I can to get some extra money to catch up on some bills. So I'm trying to financially pull out of a little bit of a mess that I got myself into. And some of it is my own issues. Some of it is due to health issues that I had missed time off of work. So I hope you all have a wonderful day. And I know I've said that 50,000 times now. And happy Easter from Be Wowed by April Lee.